Do you feel that you're being written off? Do any of you feel that, you are pushed to the side because there's younger, fresher, cheaper people out there that can be tapped, or you're irrelevant?
Cheaper
Do you
people.
have yes.
Cheaper, yeah. There's always a cheaper group of musicians, will kill the market.
To replace
Huh?
musicians, it's not possible to replace musicians
Yeah, yeah. You
outside.
can't. You can't. Yeah.
It's always there's always new musicians that's coming up. So like I said just now, it's how we make, if we want to perform, is how do we make ourselves relevant, and then who's our audience. I mean, as teachers, myself as a teacher, they always will need us. Sure, they can learn from YouTube, but you don't get that that master program that you would get from a personal, one-to-one, personally. But I think if we were to perform, I mean, our fan club will always support us from whichever generation, and it's good for us to also sing and perform songs that might be rearranged and refreshing for the younger ones to kind of like to know. In fact, there are so many singers out there that are rehashing their songs.
Do you find that this is
Sure.
more for your own entertainment, or is it to educate others that you're doing this?
I think traditionally there's always this method from passed on, and then we develop new methods, and we have to take courses that will kind of like keep us on the go, that new things that's coming along. As for songs, I think it's both ways. I think that it's always amusing to hear and refreshing to hear new versions.
For everybody, I think that when we grow older, it's an inverse relationship, meaning that we should make things less simple, complexify it, I call it. I know the common thinking is that, let's make things very simple. But I thought that maybe it's good to complexify my life, and I got 10 computers running, I got 8 phones, so I'm always doing stuff. I just finished my master degree in songwriting with Berkeley, Boston, Massachusetts. When I started this after 10 years of no studying, my brain was half dead, I think. Although I was doing things, and you cannot do assignments, but after a while, somehow you get back, So I encourage everybody here to use whatever money you have left to do a rigorous course, literally take exam type. I know we fear this kind of things at this age, but it's good for the mind. And from there, suddenly the flowers look better, the sky looks bluer, and when you travel to any country, everything looks good because your mind begin to come alive again.
But one thing I would like to say is, if you want to go after your passion, you must have what is called financial freedom, financial independence. Without that, I can never go after my passions.
Yeah, the concert coming up July 31st and 1st, 2 nights concert at the Blue Jazz Clarke Quay Central. We have lots of legends in the concert. People like bands like Jive Talking, Speedway, who hasn't performed like donkey's years. Now I bring them back, come and do a couple of songs, and some young ones, upcoming talents, and so forth. There's so many names, and this is not the first one. It's going to happen. We will continuously do more of this concert, and hopefully to try and cover most of all the artists that we have in Singapore, whether it's old or young. Although we are all, like Kuo Po say, we are slowing down. I don't think we can slow down, Kuo Po. At this stage, we cannot slow down. Slow down means our brains are dead. So we got to keep on going to keep our brains working.
No, I didn't say slow down.
Yeah.
I said we seem like we're slowing down, but we're not.
Oh, we
down.
seem okay. Sorry.
Because the body's the heart is.
No, the
willing,
mind
but
wants to work, but the body cannot move.
Yeah, no, we're not slowing down. I don't think we're slowing down at all. It's just that I think it's about being selective about what we want to do with such a short time that we have. I'm not slowing down at all. In fact, it's actually, I don't know why I'm always running out of time.
That's a good sign.
Never,
It's a physiological disconnect most of the time, right? The
Yeah,
brain is willing, but the
I
flesh is
thought
a bit
I'll be a
draggy.
lot freer
yeah,
now,
true.
but no, it's like every minute there's always something going on. So yeah, Stephen, I'm not slowing down. In fact, I think
Okay,
we're
good.
busier than ever. It's just
That's
that we
good.
have
That's
the experience to make better choices now. To what we want to do, what we can do. um, I think that I do agree with the aspect about financial freedom, because that does give us, you know, the, how do you say, even more choices as to what we should be doing.
That's why we have
We can't do.
companies like TRCL to
yes. And
support
on
us.
that note, let's move to Simon. Simon, tell us a bit more about why TRCL has decided to get into this space.
TRCL stands for the Rice Company Limited. We've been around for the past 20 years, right? Serving the underserved children, the youth through arts and also to be more inclusive, right? To bridge the social divides. And the demographic of Singapore have been changing. For example, in 1970s, where we have one senior supported by about 30 people. But in 5 years' time, in 2030, there'll be only one senior and only 3 people that are supporting one senior. So that's where we felt that the strain to the society and we heard so many times that people are isolated, seniors are being kept at home and so on. All. So that's where we felt that there is a need to change. And TRCL took a bold initiative to create this fund called the Bloom Fund. Basically, is a intergeneration fund that we will be using to connect the senior, the youth, and the children, right? How can we put these 3 people together, right? So that at the end, there'll be bridges being connected and we can support each other, right, in this journey, right? Especially in Singapore. As all of us know that we are an aging population. So if we can create this Bloom Fund to connect everyone, right, especially through music, right, something that is light and easy, right?
So with this Bloom Fund, is it going to be restricted to just music and the arts and culture only, or would it take it into a wider space where you sort of introduce other aspects of society, other interests that people might have?
Yeah, okay. So we are a arts and culture company, right? So yes, we will focus greatly on the art and culture, but in art and culture, there is many shape and forms and so on all. So I saw one of the panel, there is one question about AI and so on all, right? Yeah, so I thought it would be nice if we can leverage AI, right? Instead of worry about AI, but can we harness AI on some of our seniors, their memories?
Stephen, working with the younger people, what have you learned from them?
Learn from them.
Wow.
Actually,
Even you're so funny.
in my point of view,
Stefan!
learn from them. I don't know. Learn from them to give excuses.
Hey, that's always a useful thing to know.
You're so honest.
That's goodness. Why can't you come to work today? Say, oh my, I gotta send. Why can't you come for rehearsal? Oh, I gotta send my father to dialysis, my mom to the hospital. All kinds of things. There's the young ones today for you.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, but musically, a lot of them, the young talents are incredible, really. Some of them, I wouldn't say all, but some of them really work hard and to be where they are today, the really young ones.